Chapter 11. The Truth. A few days after you get home from the Bahamas. Gina, where is that frosting bag? Did you fill it with the pastry cream like you asked here? And here are the cream puffs, Chef. She passes you the pastry bag and you frantically rush over to a nearby tray of cream puffs. Okay, the soft opening is in an hour, so I just have to finish these, put out the cakes, and... You try to focus on the cream puffs in front of you, but all you can think about is the moment at the hotel when everything fell apart. Valerie stares at you and Carter, stunned after witnessing your kiss in the lobby. You leap apart, but the damage is already done. Valerie! Hey, how's it going? How's it going? Yeah! Such a surprise to see you here, of all the hotels in the world. Maybe if you act like everything is normal, this will all go away, or you'll wake up, realize this is a nightmare. But Valerie shakes her head, and with a shock on her face, giving way to disgust. I know what I saw, Fiona. I can't believe you're fooling around with one of my only 20-year-old employees. I'm 26, Valerie, and a consenting adult, if that wasn't obvious. But Valerie doesn't seem to hear him. All of her anger is fixated on you. Oh, so that's even worse than everyone. Everyone used to say he was 20. He's 26. So the age gap lessens now. What the hell is wrong with you? What the hell were you thinking? We weren't trying to cause any drama. No one was supposed to know. Because then they'd tell you that this is just inappropriate, Is that it? No, you know what? Save it. I don't want to hear whatever excuses you have. She turns away, but you step into her path, holding your hands up placatingly. Please, you can't tell anyone about this, not for my sake, but for Carter's. I don't want anyone to... She lets out a cold laugh. You expect me to think you care about his well-being after what I just saw? I expect you to mind your own damn business. Carter is an adult, I'm an adult, you have no reason to get involved. And you don't get to tell me what to do. I became involved the second you two started dating one of my employees. Really? Carter glares at Valerie and reaches for your hand. He defiantly laces his fingers through yours, meeting her gaze. Come on, Fiona. She has no right to judge us. Let's just get out of here. Stomach churning, you let him lead you away, but as you go, you can already see Valerie pulling out her phone out of her pocket. Valerie knows. Which means by now, everyone knows. The bag full of pastry cream falls from your hands as you slump against the workstation, struggling to hold back tears. Oh, Fiona, come here. Jane and Nat both rush over to you and throw their arms around you. It's okay, hon. It's going to be okay. I don't think it is. I know Carter told you people are talking at the hospital, but he said it wasn't that bad, right? Yeah. Has anyone bothered you since the news broke? Someone you haven't told us about? If I need to go full mama bear on anyone, just say the word. No one's bothered me, but I bet that's because I muted all my social media accounts the second I got home. Plus, because before this became public, I invited every single person I know to the soft opening. Half of them are folks from the hospital, so even if the fallout hasn't hit me yet... Oh, crap. A bunch of people who you know are about to bolt through with your newly repainted front door. Exactly. Okay, one silver lining. You haven't heard from Sid, right? Right. But there's a chance he doesn't know yet. He always was out of the loop on hospital gossip. Oh, I'm sure they ran straight to him. Hey, Sid, did you know? Is it too much to hope that he just stays permanently out of the loop? I wish, but it's only a matter of time before he hears something. Natasha gives you another comforting squeeze and Gina meets her gaze. Just don't ignore the big win here. Sure, it's not great that this has it's gone public, but especially the known gossip hound Valerie. But the good news is, you and Carter finally checked number 10 off the list. Oh god, that's right. We haven't even talked about how it went. and I don't want to talk about it. Oh, boo, no fun. Don't you want to kiss and tell? When I'm not terrified about people confronting me in my own bakery about Carter? Yes, right now, no way. Okay, fair. We'll bug you for the details later. All I want to do is for today to go smoothly. I hope people will be too busy eating pastries to gossip. Haha, that's never stopped anyone. Whatever you need us to handle, we'll do it. We've got you, Fiona. Thank you. Then can one of you get me some more pastry cream? Carter said he'd come by to help, but there's still so much to do. With Dad and Gina's help, you whip up the last few baked goods, but when it's time to open the doors, Carter still hasn't arrived. What's keeping him? You swipe your phone off the counter and text him. Hey, are you still coming to the soft open? Yeah, I'm so sorry. My attending is making me fill out some extra paperwork, but I'll be there as soon as I can. Good luck with the paperwork. Hope you don't get stuck there for too long. I'll wrap it up as soon as I can and head over to you. Promise. Where's your doctor? Heading over soon, but I can't wait for him to show. We said we'd open the doors at 1 and... Fiona? It's like 1:1? Oh god, I haven't even had time to go get the logo and signage for the shop. What if nobody comes? Heart pounding, you race over to the front door, but when you open it... See, hon, I told you they were having an opening today. Oh my god, the vibes here are immaculate. Thank you. Welcome to the Bake the Most of It. I hope you enjoy. You prop the door open so a small crowd can file inside. People are here. People are actually here. I can cross nobody shows up off my anxiety nightmare list. You glance around, forcing yourself to take in the moment. The bakery is filled with baked goods, paired with drinks. Nate and Gina help you arrange. Oh, these are incredible. My dude, he's alive and well. Unless this takes place in another, before he died. But anyway. Chocolate puff pastry. Oh, those are looking good. You walk over to the man sampling the puff pastries and give him a welcoming smile. Oh, that's so kind of you. I'm Fiona, the owner. Oh, I'm David. I saw so many people popping in here. I just had to check it for myself. I'm really glad you stopped by. This is our soft opening, so please sample anything that catches your eye. Oh, this pastry is delicious. So flaky. Oh, thank you. Flakiness is what we strive for. I mean, we're reliable. So reliable. We also just... The man chuckles and holds up the pastry in his hand. As long as you make these reliably, I am putting in a quarter to go stat. Oh, thank you so much for the support. You leave David to enjoy his pastry. When did we know his name? And join Nat and another woman who is peering at the menu. Yes, pomegranate seeds are fresh. The owner prepared them herself this morning. Pomegranate puff pastry. These were almost a bloodbath. Yep, it was a learning experience, but I hope you'll agree that it was worth it. The woman takes a bite of one of the puff pastries, studded with ruby red seeds, and she gasps. Oh, this is heavenly. I'll take half a dozen. They changed her face up, by the way. Thank you so much. Nat, do we have... Join me by the counter and I'll prep a box for you. As she ushers the woman towards the counter, she mouths a few words over her shoulder. You're doing it. I guess I am. Then the door swings open and several familiar faces from Liberty Heights walk in. Dr. Holt. You want to run, freeze, sink into the earth, but you force yourself to walk over and put on a friendly smile. Maybe they don't know all about me and Carter, and maybe they don't even care. Hi, Dr. Hall. Thanks so much for coming in. Yep. That's all he says. 1 3-letter word. As he picks up a strawberry frosted vanilla bean cupcake, he takes a tiny bite and pulls it back down on his plate. How is it? It's a cupcake. He turns away from you, but you catch a few other familiar faces murmuring by the door. This place is honestly newer than I expected. Oh, I'm not surprised. We know she likes hot young things. Put cyanide in one of the cupcakes. The mood goes from tense to downright icy as Valerie strolls through the door. All the folks you recognize from the hospital instantly look between her and you. So they know. That's why they're here. They're just hoping to see some drama. Don't give it to them. Valerie surveys the space and gives you the barest of nods. Fiona. Hi, Valerie. Thanks for coming. Valerie sniffs and looks down her nose at you. You're lucky anyone came. Valerie breezes over to a table where some of the attendees you didn't personally invite are enjoying your pastry puffs. This is a cute little shop, isn't it? It sure is. I was thinking of ordering a half-dozen cream puffs to take home. Valerie glances at you with a nasty gleam in her eyes. She turns back to the woman. I think twice about that if I were you. They look lovely, but I'm not sure if you're familiar with the owner. Damn it, she's going to tell all these random customers about Carter. They have no reason to care about my personal life. She's about to make sure they care, no matter how good your baked goods are. You catch Nat and Gina's eyes across the crowd. Is she doing what I think she's doing in my friend's bakery? Not if I can help it. Ugh. Distract Valerie. It's simple, we just kill her. You slip through the crowd and rush over to Gina and Natasha. So I assume you saw her and a guest? I sure did. Want me to ask her to meet me outside just to talk? Nat and I definitely take her. I'm touched by how willing you are to fight her, but, if also a little worried. But I was hoping for a distraction. You know, keep her busy so she can't badmouth me to the other guests. Oh, yeah, that's also an option. Distracting her will be a piece of cake. See what I did there because we're in a... Yes, you're a genius. Now, Fiona, how exactly do you want us to get rid of Valerie? You should... trip her into some cupcakes. But you work so hard on those. There's a sacrifice well worth it. I will sacrifice any number of cupcakes if it stops that woman from bad-mouthing me in my own shop. Honestly, fair. One cupcake sacrifice for the greater good coming right up. Put some candles on the top of it, you know. Just in case. Anyway. Nat and Gina across the store to where Valerie is still murmuring to the customer. You see, I happen to know the owner. Nat frantically mouths something to Gina. How do we want to play this? Do we trip her or... On your left. Gina nudges Nat with her hip hard, and Nat stumbles right into Valerie. Ah! What the... Valerie tries to catch herself, but it's too late. Her heel slips on your hard, polished floor, and she goes tumbling right into a nearby stack of cupcakes. No! There's an audible squelch as the frosting collides with the dress. Half the customers in the room gasp. Gina is immediately there, helping her rob. Oh my god, you poor thing. My friend is so clumsy. She just... tripped, yes, right into you. Oh, here, let me help you clean up. We have some stain remover in the kitchen. She ushers Valerie away as Nate begins cleaning up the pile of cupcakes. So sorry, everyone. Please enjoy yourselves. Yes, I'll bring another tray right out. When you deliver more cupcakes, you're greeted by a literal round of applause, and you take the opportunity to sidle up to the woman Valerie had cornered. Do you sample the blackberry and vanilla cream turnovers? They've got special ingredient that all my friends are dying for. Oh, I haven't tasted those ones. What's the secret? You say a silent thank you to the universe, and Valerie clearly didn't get too far in her gossip. Secret is classified. Why don't you, try them and take a guess. If you get it right, I might let you in on the secret. You extend the plate with the aforementioned turnovers, and she picks up one to take a bite. Oh wow, just the right amount of sugar to tame the berries, but it's still got that zing. Is there lime zest in there? Ah, good guess, but no. Oh damn, maybe if I keep sampling them I'll figure it out. How much for the whole plate? All purchase today's are 50% off for the first time customers. I can ring you up right over here. Yes, please. You ring up the woman's purchase, but thanks to your conversation, you see a cluster of other customers drawing your backup plate of turnovers. Screw my grocery budget. I'm gonna need 2 of these. Past them, you spot Valerie trying to escape the kitchen and Gina's helpful ministrations. I think that's the last of the frosting. Thank you very much. You've been very... Oh no, there's some back. You're back right there. Here, did it even get there? Oh, come on. We haven't even walked around looking like an exploding pastry bag. Is it really that? Gina ushers, well, more like drags her back into the kitchen as you turn towards your other customers. I'm so glad you're enjoying them. We've got some cookies, too. A few twists on various classics. Dr. Holt and Katie, who have been hovering ominously near the edges of the store since Valerie's arrival, each try a chocolate cookie. Oh, holy crap. How did you do this? The walnuts and brown butter. I infused the walnuts in the butter. Dr. Holt gives you a long look, clearly torn between the gossip he's heard and the awkwardness of seeing you face to face. He begrudgingly nods. Well, I think my husband would love them. Could I buy a few? Of course. I'll box them up for you and throw in a few snickerdoodles. Those are Gordon's favorite, right? Mention of Holt's husband does exactly what you were hoping. It reminds him of just how long he's known you. His stiff posture relaxes slightly, and he nods. Yes, thank you. And I apologize for how curt I was when I entered. It's just that I've heard some things. Things that will have nothing to do with my baked goods or business, I'm guessing. No, they don't. Katie gives Holt a look, and he nods, accepting the box of cookies you prepare for him without any further protest. Valerie finally escapes the kitchen, but the mood in the room has gone from chilly to warm as dozens of customers mill around, sampling the goods and chatting. Frank has averted the soft opening might not be a total disaster after all. The door opens once more and you steel yourself as you turn towards it. Unless that's said, in which case I might perish on the... Fiona, hey, so sorry I'm late. Her rushes through the crowd towards you. There were complications with one patient, but I got here as soon as I could. It's okay, just glad you're here. I'll subtly squeeze his hand. Valerie might know, but that doesn't mean I should be obvious about it. You take his hand and give it what you hope is a subtle squeeze. Hi. Well, aren't you two a sweet couple? The compliment is so unexpected that you almost jump. When you glance around, no one but the customer is paying much attention. She's smiling warmly at you both. Thank you. This is my boyfriend, Carter. Nice to meet you, Carter. Your girlfriend is quite the talent. She sure is. A few more people smile at you and Carter, and others seem mercifully uninterested. Could you pass those samples, please? Oh, of course. Maybe this won't be so bad after all. What can I do to help, Fiona? Want to bring out more trays from the kitchen? Carrying stuff, and the stuff is delicious baked goods? I'm in. He follows you towards the back. Valerie's the only person in the crowd with a sour look on her face as you both pass by. Too bad, so sad. The last few hours of the opening pass by in a blur. To your relief, Carter's been chatting up some less friendly members of the crowd. So make sure you tell people the bakery's name so they can share with their friends. We'll be getting a signage soon. Seems like he's winning them over. No one can say no to that smile. You take a deep breath and clap your hands to get the crowd's attention. Before we close today, I'd love to thank you all for coming with one final treat. Everyone watches as you duck back into the kitchen to grab your dessert. You carefully carry your masterpiece back out and set it on the counter. Blushberry cheesecake. Ooh, yee. I'd try it. Everyone, meet my blushberry cheesecake. It's made with a gorgeous fruit that I tried on a trip to the Bahamas. Carter gives you a knowing wink as you begin to slice it. The whole crowd watches rapt. There you go, don't be shy. Fiona made enough for everyone. Your friends and Carter pass the pieces out. The moment each guest takes a bite, you watch rapture wash over their faces. Oh, it's so sweet, but so tart. Almost... How does it taste sparkly? Even Valerie begrudgingly tries a bite and then does a double take. This is... Oh my god, this is good. It's fine. Yeah, shut up. Ah, even Valerie can't hate it. I knew this was the perfect berry for the recipe. As people begin trickling out the door, you post yourself by the entrance to try and give them all a nice send-off. So nice to see you. Thank you for coming. Come back for our grand opening in a few weeks, where I'll be unveiling some new recipes. Oh, wait. What are the new recipes? I don't know yet. Just trying to get people excited. I'll figure it out. A few customers wave and smile as they head out when Holt passes Carter. He nods stiffly. See you tomorrow at the gala. Valerie's the last to leave, and she brushes right past you without another word. Yeah, try not to trip and fall on your face on the way out. Oh, Be the better person, be the better person, be the better person. You hold the door open, stand aside, and she vanishes into the night. Goodbye and good riddance. 20 minutes later, you slump on the couch, exhausted, because Carter shuts the door behind him. Oh, thank God today's finally over. He slides onto the couch beside you and reaches over to rest a hand on your thigh. How are you feeling? Honestly, it went better than expected. Ah, right. People would have eaten every crumb on those sample platters if you'd let them. Remembering all the smiling faces and compliments warms your heart until you remember her. But it did take my 2 best friends and all my willpower to avert a disaster. I don't understand why Valerie turned our relationship into a personal vendetta. I thought Sid would be the problem, but... Yeah, I don't know what's going on either with her or with Sid, to be honest. Since we got back from the trip, I've been avoiding him. I'm not sure if he knows or not. He has to, right? You'd think so, but I don't know. How has the fallout been at work? He takes your hand, meeting your gaze. Nothing I can't handle. That's not an answer. Because I'm not at work right now, Fiona. I'm not worried about people at the hospital. I want to know how you're feeling about the bakery, the future. I think the bakery is going to make it. If there's one thing I know, it's that I'm a damn good baker, and I think people notice that too. If they start spreading the word and Gina gets the socials up and running, I think I have a shot. This could really take off. Well, it will. I know it. I hope so, but right now... You slump against the cushions, rubbing a hand over your face. I could not take a single pastry puff in my life if it depended on it. I am wiped. I'm sorry today. It was stressful and that I wasn't there when you needed me. You got there eventually, and your work is important. You're literally saving lives. I know, but still, I wanted to be there on time. He turns your hand over so he can gently trace his thumb over your palm. I want you to know that I'm proud of you for making the soft opening happen, even after everything. You mean Valerie finding out about us and gossiping to your whole workplace? Yeah, I know, it's been scary. But you did amazing, Fiona. You are amazing. As the tenderness in his words washes over you, you let out a long breath. Thank you. I don't feel amazing, but maybe the relief will set in tomorrow after I've had some sleep. I've got a better idea. Let me draw you a bath. You deserve some pampering after a big day, and pampering happens to be one of my specialties. If there's any time to check indulge in self-care off the list, this does feel like the night for it. Of course. You deserve it. We'll see how far this goes. Okay, I'm intrigued. Just what kind of pampering are we talking about? Let me show you. Or, well, can you show me where your bathroom is first? This way. You lead him there and immediately starts bustling about the tub, adjusting the taps until warm water is pouring from the spout. Okay, step 1 in progress. Step 2, I need you out of those. He nods and you trail a hand over your clothing. What, these? Exactly. Unless you don't plan on taking a bath with your clothes on. He undresses you much more slowly than the passionate night in the hotel, but he still makes sure to admire you. Every time he bares an inch of skin, he lets his touch linger, just enough to send a pleasant tingle through you. And before long, you're stepping out of your panties as he tosses the last of your clothes onto the tile floor. Good. You're gonna feel like a new woman after this. He holds out a hand to help you into the tub. I hope so. I'm bone tired from stress. I would have been too in your shoes, but I think things will get easier as you go. You sink into the steaming water and let out a long sigh. Oh, they better. The soft opening was hard enough. I don't know what to expect for the real deal. Hey, no catastrophizing in the bathtub. Negative thoughts are off limits here. The only decision I want you worrying about is what kind of bubble bath you want. I'd like you to choose. I've got a few under the sink. You nod towards the cabinet and looks through the different gels and bubble baths before selecting a blue bottle. My vote is Ocean Breeze. I'll accept. Because it made you think of our trip? Sounds like it made you think the same thing. He passes it to you and you pour some into the water, watching it bubble and foam. The refreshing coastal scent perfumes the air as you reach for some body wash. God, I haven't done this since ages. A bath was so right the call. The right call. Brain, hi, no worky hi yurubi. Carter passes you a loofah, and you start to scrub the day away, letting the scent of the bubbles wash over you. After the day you had, it felt mandatory. I didn't think it would be that bad. She says, forgetting I've watched her stress about it all week. I didn't, though. Or at least I thought I could handle it. But the moment I opened those doors, my stress went through the roof. I think that's normal when you take the first real step towards a big dream. I thought I was going to be sick on my first day as a resident, and that's not nearly as stressful as opening a business. I think having lives in your hands is way more stressful than opening a bakery. Let's just say we both had our share of first-day stress then, but right now, you're the one who needs to let that stress out. How would you feel about a massage? Yes, please. That sounds incredible. As long as you don't mind getting a little wet. He winks. I won't melt. You might my hands, though. I know you were a good one all the way back on our first date. Carter gets to work on your shoulders, gently massaging his thumbs into your muscles. Oh, holy hell, that feels good. I didn't even realize I had so many knots. You are very tense, but I've got it. You let your head drop forward as he rubs your neck. The tension you've been carrying starts to slip away under his touch. Learning anatomy isn't just good for practicing medicine, making it easier to find the problem spots too. You exhale a long, slow breath and roll your neck as Carter's hands work the tops of your shoulders. If you ever get tired of being a doctor, you could become a massage therapist. I appreciate the compliment, but I'm not sure I want to turn this into a hobby, into a profession. But I'd rather save these hands for you. He works out a few more kinks in a strong sigh from your lips. I won't complain about that. So, how did everything go before I got to the store? I know Valerie was a headache, but how else did it go? It was exciting. I still can't believe how many people showed up, and watching them all in my shop tasting my desserts, it felt incredible. I got to brighten so many people's days. You did. I was so proud. I could barely take my eyes off of you. You can hear the smile in his voice as he gently rubs your back. My girlfriend did that. I guess she did. You deserve this, Fiona. This win and a break. When was the last time you did something that was just for yourself? Technically going to the Bahamas. You glance over your shoulder and arch an eyebrow at him. Well, I did go on a trip to the Bahamas with a hot date. See? Massaging, laughing, he massages the heels of your palms into the tops of your shoulders. That was for us. I'm talking about self-care, doing something just to make yourself feel nice. Well, let me ask you the same, Mr. Rockstar resident. When was the last time you indulged in some self-care? His touch slows a bit. It's been a while. Maybe that's something we both can work on. You rinse the last of the lather off your body and stretch, feeling warm and light. Well, thanks to you and your magic hands, I'm off to a good start. Want to help me out before I turn into a prune? On it. You know, actually, there's a good question. When was the last time any of you became a prune from a bathtub? Seriously, they used to say that, oh no, it's such a bad thing when you were younger, right? Starting to disbelieve that. It brings you the fluffiest towel I can find, and when you step out of the water, he lets you all see all the admiration in his eyes as droplets trail down your naked body. He slowly wraps you in the towel, his touch lingering. You hook a finger over the neckline of his top and pull him closer. Thank you. You lean in to kiss him hard, your tongue swiping against his. Carter groans, clutches you, his fingers digging into the soft fabric of the towel. Fiona, you're very, very welcome. He's always so thoughtful, so tender. It's hard not to feel like you're falling for him, especially when he steps back and gives you an earnest look. Would you like some time to yourself? After this crazy day, I can head home. You immediately shake her head and take his hand. Please stay. I know we're both exhausted, but I could use the comfort. Carter smiles, and you see a tiredness on his face that mirrors yours. Okay, me too. Indulge in self-care. You know, you could just ask him to, stay over and cuddle. I know, a thing. Cuddle, snuggle, sleep together, without the, Carter climbs into bed with you, and then he wraps you in his arms. You sigh, trying to forget the world outside of this room. Thank you for staying over. Thank you for letting me. I didn't want to spend the night alone. After today, all I want to do is fall asleep in your arms. He sighs contentedly, his breath warming the side of your neck. Sounds perfect to me. Good, because I'm going to be clinging to you like a koala to its favorite tree. That is adorable. Koala away. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I got a shit-eating grin. It's sounds nice. But after that, he goes very quiet. You lay there for a few minutes until it becomes obvious he isn't going to break the silence. Carter, is everything okay? He takes a moment before he speaks. I'm just debating something. It feels like a big ask now that the truth is out, but that gala Dr. Holt mentioned earlier, I'm supposed to receive an award at it. They don't usually give them away to residents, so it's a big deal. It's wonderful. Why didn't you tell me? Because that's the hardest part. I'd really like you to be there. Pride and fear mingle in your chest as you turn to face him more fully, and you see the hope shining in his eyes. It would let us face the rumors on our own terms, shut the gossip down, and I want you with me, to celebrate. Of course I'll be there. If it's important to you, how can I say no? He kisses you, beaming. Thank you. Thank you. You snuggle against him for a moment before you turn off the light. But long after Carter has drifted off to sleep, you're still curled up in his arms, staring at the ceiling. I want to be there for him, but that means facing all the people who will judge me the most. Even Sid. How am I going to get through this? You just do. Without further ado, thank you for watching. Please remember that if you did enjoy the content, to like, share, and subscribe. And by content, you may not even like the story, but hey, I'm reading it to you, and it'd be greatly appreciated. Remember, I do have to pay a monthly sub for this crap. So, yeah. I'll say this, okay? Let me be honest with you guys. This story isn't the worst. It's not the best, it's not the worst, it's in the middle. It doesn't have a lot about chicka wow wow, and that's the one thing that I just am so tired of having this app full of. So it's just nice to have something that is a feel-good story. Right? It's also something that pushes the norms. Everybody was like, "Oh no, she's double his age. He's 20, she's 40." And now we're finding out he's 26 and she's 40. I'm sure a lot of people are still going to not matter. Like, literally, there was a group recently that I'll just give you this TLDR. There's a group recently of college students that found out that an 18-year-old was dating a 21-year-old. I'm not even kidding you. And so what they did was is they set the guy up to literally all of them were going to jump him, and somehow, some way, something happened, and they ended up all getting arrested because of it. Like, you just, there's Romeo and Juliet laws. They're two consenting adults. She's 18, he's 21. And there's people who think the 3-year age gap is a huge deal. Like, and they had been dating long before that. So the problem is people, there's those Romeo and Juliet things for a reason, is people who, let's just say you're in school, right? You're 14, some girls like 12, maybe 11, and you two have such a great relationship together that you continue dating years and years and years. Oh no, you're now 18, she's 15. Should you stop seeing her because of some arbitrary BS where you've already been together for 4 years? Like, think about that. I don't think anyone ever really thinks about that. Not all these relationships are innately bad. Now, if you're, like, 22 and you find some, like, a girl who's definitely under 18, then yeah, no, you deserve to get the shit beat out of you. But long story short is if people, especially as people age, right, we're not talking a 20-year-old now. Everybody thought he was 20. Everybody pushed the 20-year-old stuff. He's 26. So that even narrows the age gap even more. He's a 26-year-old man. He's an adult. He's not a boy. He's not a child. He's not a teenager. He's a man. He's 26 years old. He can go out and, like, literally think about this. They can go out and get drafted. They can go out and fight wars. They can go out and drink. They can smoke. They can do whatever the hell they want. They're adults. If they are at that age, they can do whatever the hell they want in their life because they're an adult. It is no one's right to question when there's two adults. You have no right whatsoever. And I think this is what the world needs to think about. Like, stop judging people unless it needs to be judged. Unless there needs to be some presence, some force, some balancing, to the equation. Otherwise, you need to stop. It's, just seriously, just live your life. Seriously. Live your life. There's so many other problems in this world. We need to stop being divided and by arbitrary, stupid stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you all later. Peace out.